One of my favorite pieces in the method is in the Repertoire Book 2. The title is Inspector Beauregard, and it's marked to be played sneakily, so students really get into the mysterious, sneaky feel of the piece. It's from Unit 13, and it is working on the dotted quarter note, eighth note rhythm pattern that we introduce in this unit. So the first thing I would have students do is go through and find all of that rhythm pattern, the dotted quarter note, eighth note. They can circle it, they can point it out to you. It appears about 10 times during the piece, so they're going to have fun counting up all of those occurrences of them. Then I would go back and focus on just the right hand, especially measures 1 through 8 to start with, and I would have them count and clap the rhythm. You can back it up a little bit and just practice counting and clapping dotted quarter and eighth notes just to get that feel, and then go back and clap the rhythm of the right hand melody. Measures 1 through 8 first, and then measures 9 through 16. There's a lot of repetition in this piece, so it's good to stop at that point and compare those measures to see what's repeated. And there's a lot of repetition between those two. Then I would do the same thing for the left hand. Go back, clap it, and look for anything that's repeated. When it comes to playing the piece, I would start with the left hand. And I would have students play maybe the whole left hand, and then ask them, what do they see? Can you tell me what's happening? And they're going to find that there are a lot of repeated patterns, and they're especially going to note this. So it has this descending pattern that repeats. At this point, you could introduce the term ostinato to them. And then you're going to want to look for where the left hand changes. And this really begins around measure 21 is where something different starts to happen. Play the right hand alone, and then you can start to put the piece hands together. And again, I would just do this in short segments, like measures 1 through 8 first, and then measures 9 through 16, and then compare what happens. What they're going to notice is measures 9 through 16 is an exact repetition of measures 1 through 8, except that the right hand is 1 octave higher. So that makes it easy to learn, and I call this a bargain piece. So you learn one part, and you get the second part for free, because you already know what's happening there. After that, I would move to measure 17. It has a little bit different pattern in the right hand. And so from 17 to the end is where the most changes occur in the piece. So you'll want to focus on that section after they've accomplished the first 16 measures. So this may be a piece that you actually assign over a period of a couple of weeks. You might not want to introduce the whole piece in one lesson, but you can definitely do the first 16 measures and then add on from 17 to the end. So after the student can play from start to finish, I'd like to turn this into a really fun ear training game. So I have them take a pencil and we number every 4 measures. So we put a number 1 by measures 1 through 4, a 2 by measures 5 through 8, etc. So by the end of the piece, they've got 6 sections of 4 measure phrases. Then what I do is I play the piece and I mix up those 6 sections. So for example, I might do this. Okay, that's only 2 sections, but I started at the end with section 6, and then I played section 5. And so they get to sit there and listen and try to guess which sections I'm playing in what order. You can take it one step further and have them play the sections in a different order, trying to trick you into guessing which order you're playing the piece in. Let's listen to this piece now with the orchestrated MIDI backing tracks.